All right, so this is another reason why following Jesus is important because it tell you so many footsteps, right? So with all these wars and things going on, Egypt basically broke from Africa. Africa used to be called Ham, and when Egypt broke apart, it was called America because it's Turtleback Island. But what we are in a place where it was always peace, would always be in peace. It was wars going on in different areas. With the wars going on in different areas, the war didn't come to America until the settlers came over, but the settlers came over here and asked permission to settle first, and they got permission from somebody that wasn't even the head of the natives. So it's Wanchese and Monteo. Wanchese was the head of the natives, and Monteo would be like his second in command. Monteo was more light skinned, so he actually let the Spanish people settle in North Carolina, which was North Carolina, Roanoke, North Carolina. Roanoke, North Carolina. I believe Walter Riley. I'm gonna have to look this in real quick. Okay, so Walter Riley, this was in Breaking. This how Breaking Bad tell you stuff too, cause Jesse, and then I was telling you one Jesse and Walter, and then Walter on Breaking Bad. It was another person named White in this. I'm gonna bring him up later when I find out what his name is. I don't know, but so Walter Riley basically and Queen Elizabeth. This is why we Queen Charlotte because what he ended up doing was he explored, found Virginia, and Virginia is where Jamestown ended up settling when they came over here. And Christopher Columbus, you gotta remember he's Spanish, so him being Spanish, this is how America was getting taken over. It got taken over by a lot of different people. It wasn't just the Europeans, but like it was the Spanish came over here, the Europeans came over here. Same way we got now with immigration is getting wild because we kept inviting people to the land, and then the same tribe that invited what you call it over here, Walter Riley, they just disappeared. They just disappeared because he left for 3 years, but he had the first kid, like the first kid that wasn't from America that was born in a first family that wasn't from America that had a kid that was born in America. You know what I'm saying? So when his family settled over here, that gave them citizenship because now their child was born here. So anybody born here automatically gets citizenship according to like how the laws is because now they indigenous to the land. They was born on that actual turf. So yeah, he ended up leaving, and when he left, came back 3 years later. Everybody was gone, so it became a ghost town. And what he told them to do was carve a cross on a tree in case something happened. And the only thing they left was Crow, and they left Crow because I'm telling you, Kronos, that's the god of time, but it stood for like something Chronoco or something like that. I'm gonna look this up, man, because I'm just learning this today. They don't teach you this shit in school, but all these connections make so much motherfucking sense now. So that's why you never outside of school. You got dang art class with a bunch of fish and with a school of fish. You know what I'm saying? You watch where you swim, and you watch where you swim is how you don't get lost in this sea, Nemo. Okay, so that stood for the Crowtons. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina, our state bird is the cardinal. But then crow is also a word for Apollo because Apollo was the one that turned crows black. Crows used to be white back in the day, like doves, like with doves and stuff. But Crow gave him a message about one of his women cheating on him or something, and then he turned the crow black because that's why they say don't kill a messenger. So yeah, guys were speaking with animals, all different types of spirits. So this stuff is around the 1600s. And then after the 1600s, something happened where a war started. And with that war started, they was like, it was a war over Mexico and stuff. Because they was fighting over gold being discovered. And the crazy thing about the ghost town in Roanoke is it was gold and everything left, like stuff was dug up, but it was just things that people probably put down as time capsules, and people find it, but they never like the most of the natives, they didn't worship nothing material. So with them not worshiping nothing material, at night they used to take their clothes off. They'll be butt naked, having like same freak offs as the Greeks. The Greeks was the ones that invented the freak offs. That's how you know we come from them people, because they do the same thing we do. Like they used to have women that was called, I believe, it started with a Hesepes or something like that. I gotta look it back up. But they was like, it was high class women that used to teach literature, you know what I'm saying, science, all that to the men. And they would get paid to do that at the party because men was attracted to like the smart women, the comprehensive women, and they still would have sex with them and stuff, or they would choose not to, either or. And then they had the performers, which was other women that would come in and perform. They would do like dances, sing, stuff like that. They would also do sexual behaviors because it was again a freak off going on where everybody was just having sex in front of each other at these Greek parties. People bathed before they got in there, and like the pool, they would get in the pool, take a bath, you know what I'm saying, get clean. So everybody was clean, everything was healthy, you know what I'm saying. They was drinking wine, dudes was getting drunk first, having a party, and then the women would come in after the men would get drunk, because the wine was a tribute to Dionysus, who created wine, and Johnny Appleseed, somebody that created moonshine. So like, we've been finding out everything gets reincarnated almost in this world. So spirits can come from anything that we take. Like anything that can change your behavior is a spiritual creature. So you can change your behavior for something you eat, somebody you talk to, something you watch, you know what I'm saying, an animal you just happen to see. Like everything can change us. So with everything changing us, we keep on taking new cells, and then with people just being stuck on this cell, that's actually breaking the brain cells of like the real fabric of reality to just inherit the land. Cause like we supposed to be Meek, but not Meek Mill. You get what I'm saying? Cause Meek Mill did it for money. Doing things for money end up with funny business.